It's my great pleasure to introduce a very special guest with us this morning, a leader whose record reflects the USC Price School's commitment to outstanding service and to improving communities, Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti.
Since time immemorial, it is the act of violence that has probably been, for human beings, the greatest challenge to living healthy and complete lives. From even before history, through early history. It is really a history so many times of violence, of wars fought, of conflicts engaged in. The test for us is not whether or not violence will visit us, but what we do to confront it and what we do to react to violence, both individually and collectively. This is a discussion today of how we connect these pieces. Violent extremism is really about the violence as much as it is about any extremism. Violence by its definition is extreme. To inflict pain or to take someone's life or to try to attempt to do that. That is what is the extremism. And for each one of us to try to unplug from that and find the reasons why that happens, we have to see the interconnectivity of violence. Where do we go from here? How do we stop violence perpetrated by individuals who are hidden in plain sight? Los Angeles is home to the best law enforcement, I believe, in the world, and the partners to law enforcement, the gang reduction and youth development programs we have. Those who are out there engaging in communities, our community partners who have been part of what we've done, the friends, the family, the neighbors, those who are closest to individuals who may be on a path towards violence. But too often there are still too many people too isolated, and their loved ones and their associates who don't know where to turn. We need to offer at every level these viable alternatives to what all of us go through in some point of our life. We need to ensure that we are supporting community-led efforts, not top-down, but from kind of a horizontal access out. Violent extremism thrives when people of different religions or ethnicities pull away from each other, when we are able to articulate they instead of us. When people have a stereotype of individuals they've never worked with them. Let the commonality come out when you're working together, not just through a conversation where you're forced to talk about your differences and somehow learn to embrace them. In less than 6 months, we've been taking this approach, and Safe Spaces has reached nearly 4,000 people. They connect Angelenos to clinical psychologists and support groups that can make the difference between choosing violence and choosing love, or at least connectivity. There's no question that the world holds America to a higher standard. But when we're in the midst of those conversations, there's like everybody said, there's the America we love to hate, and there's the America we love to love. And in many ways, Los Angeles embodies, or we convince them that Los Angeles more embodies the latter than the former. It was Dostoevsky who said, and I'll paraphrase, "It's easy to love humanity. The difficult work is learning to embrace your neighbor." That's where we should be drawn towards, figuring out where we find the commonality in that which maybe doesn't attract us, but pushes us away. Because I guarantee you those conversations are the places where you find peace, not with those you already know and love, not with those who are like you, but those who push you towards a place that will not only expand who they are, but will grow ultimately who you are as a human being in our time on earth.